Here we have the current stock market update for MAXEON Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. Before we begin with this chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have the 30-minute price chart. We're going to take a bit of a broader view here so that we can look at this current price action from a bit of a distance, and so that we can reassess some of the prior projections that have been made about this stock recently. There have been several price projections for this stock that were quite bullish in nature. But as we can see here, the share price itself is continuing to move lower. So in this video, we will be looking at some very specific price zones so that we can identify some important support and resistance areas that can hopefully be used to identify some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So as things currently stand, what we can see here is that the recent price low came in right around 7.5 cents. This is a fairly significant movement lower after the share price itself managed to post some somewhat substantial highs coming in above 23 cents per share. This would have occurred during the August 19 trading session. And as we can see here, share prices have continuously managed to post a series of lower highs and lower lows in the periods that followed. So this is a bit of a contradiction if we look at the broader assessments that have been made on this platform. For the most part, we have seen some very bullish projections that have been made for this stock. However, the people that are calling these, making these trading calls, do not have a very long history of successful projections on this platform. And there have been a series of individual YouTubers that have made sort of outlandish projections for this stock that do not seem to be coming true in any way. So as things currently stand here, we do have to take an assessment of the actual price performance itself. Currently, as I said, the near-term low comes in right around 7.5 cents. To the top side, we would start to encounter resistance, most likely coming into roughly 9.6 cents. This would be the price high from the September 12 trading session. This would be roughly this area here. So as we can see here, currently there is a bit of a sideways trading range that is starting to form here at lower levels. Unfortunately, the share price itself continues to hold below its longer-term exponential moving averages. So as we can see here, share prices have started to see the exponential moving average cluster sort of spread out a bit, which is not really common. But the reason that this has occurred is due to the fact that share prices have seen such a substantial price movement to the downside recently. There are several different arguments which could explain why this has happened. One would be that there is an excessive amount of clickbait about this stock on social media platforms. That is a major problem because what it really leads to is an extended round of share price buying activity that tends to occur at the wrong levels. So, for example, if we see share prices move into areas like this, 23 cents per share, it's not uncommon to start to see a wave of new videos and internet posts that are devoted to this stock. And over again, there's a lot of hype that's generated here that really isn't based on much of anything. The worst part of this is that most of the hype occurs while share prices are still at their near-term highs. So this is a major problem here because anybody that is sort of encouraged or inspired to buy this stock based on these ridiculous projections, all that winds up happening here is that a large number of investors wind up buying into this stock at these price highs. So right around 23 cents would not be abnormal to see for a share price purchase after these types of videos are released. So that's a major problem here because, as we can see, share prices really took a major drop lower after that happened. What has unfolded since then, ever since that price high at 23 cents was established, we have seen a long series of lower highs and lower lows. This is the definition of a downtrend, and this does suggest that share price movements can continue to move to the downside. If we look at the indicator reading as well, there really isn't much here, which would suggest that share price action is likely to start generating positive momentum in the future. We do have a bit of an upside price movement here if we start to look at the relative strength index reading. That would be this purple line on the bottom of the price chart here. If we start to look at the indicator reading, starting from roughly August 29, we can see that there has been a fair amount of upside price momentum that has been generated. But if we look at the broader context here, we can see that the longer term trend momentum here is still focused in the downward direction. So we can simply look at the length of these trend lines themselves and see that the uptrend line here is much more short-term in nature when compared to the dominant trend momentum, which is still focused in the bearish direction. So as things currently stand in the indicator reading, share prices are trading right around the midpoint of the histogram. So this purple area here would be called the histogram, and what this tells us is that there is a large amount of room for extension in both directions. So we could assume that this could mean that share prices could extend further and start to rocket higher. However, the likelihood that this is probably going to occur is minimal, because the broader trend momentum direction here is still focused on the downside. So in prior comments, I have seen, suggestions about this stock, and a belief, it seems, that share prices are ready to move to above the $5 mark here relatively soon. But we would have to go back quite far here in order to see share prices trading in that area. We would have to go back to roughly the month of February before we could see price action like this. So it has been quite a while since areas above the $5 mark have traded. In addition to that, ever since $5 per share did trade, share prices have continued on this downtrend trajectory here, posting lower highs and lower lows in the process. So overall, I would not agree with this $5 projection mark. I do think that the people that suggest these things have very little experience trading the market, and even less experience trading the market profitably. So as things currently stand, I don't really believe that this $5 price projection is reasonable or realistic. And I do suggest that people that are currently long this stock and caught in positions that they don't want to be in, losing trade positions that are underwater and underperforming relative to the rest of the market, I do suggest that these people take a look at the members-only trading room, because there are a large number of trading strategies that have been released there that have much better trading outlook and a much better potential here for establishing gains and profitable performances going forward. So here's the current stock market analysis from MAXEON Solar Technologies, stock ticker MAXN. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.